Welcome to Sensible Secondhand Reviews, the series where we look at practical and sensible cars that you can buy for a budget of between £1,000 and £5,000. This is a 2018 Toyota Avensis Mark III 1.8 Valvematic XL. But is it any good? Should you care? Let's find out, shall we?
Every day with blue skies, and on every occasion that you do or don't smile.
So we're no strangers to the T270 generation of Toyota Avensis on this channel. In fact, I covered the 2012 version back in December 2024. There was also a saloon. That car was made just after the first facelift. This car is one of the very last. It's a final facelift model, registered in 2018. The last facelift for the Mark III was in 2015. And this is a very, very well-equipped XL model, which has got virtually everything you'd ever imagine you need. The engine in this car is a 1.8 litre with 144 horsepower. This car, including the car's got a 6-speed manual in it, which is very nice actually, particularly because the car's only done 37,000 miles. We're just going to put it for its paces on this road here. Its actual speed limit a little bit further down. We'll see if we can get close to the advertised 0 to 60 time of 9.1 seconds, particularly because it's going downhill. There we go. Not really a racing car, this, but it feels perfectly powerful enough. It's got a VVT system in it. Must be one of the last of these kind of large saloon cars that was made to not have a turbocharged petrol engine in it. Obviously, the Mazda 6 was similar to what was discontinued in 2023. Slot that into 6, very good. Yes, very nice gearbox on this. The last one I drove, the 2012 car, was actually an automatic with a CVT gearbox, which you can also get, but I prefer the manual, but it's also a good option. I've driven a couple of those now. The ride is very, very good. It's very nice and smooth. So it's a shame I've just hit traffic, and so we can't actually go any faster on this road. It's a nice road, this particular one. It's the A3090 between Winchester and Romsey. But it's very, very well behaved. There were two other petrol engines available. A 1.6 with 130 horsepower was only available from 2009 to 2011. And then the very, very rare 2 litre with 149 horsepower was discontinued 6 months after the car was introduced in, I think, July 2009. They really realised that there was only 5 horsepower difference between the 1.8 and the 2 litre, and it was only ever available for those 6 months in the T4 trim. So they basically decided that they needed to drop that on jobs in this country, and the 1.6 as well eventually got dropped, just presumably due to low sales. And so the vast majority of these ones that you find are 1.8 petrols. Of course, there are also some diesels available, but as usual, due to controversial government legislation and all kinds of other reasons, we don't talk about diesels on this channel. So we come into a little village now, doing about 30 miles an hour, and again, this car is very well behaved in town. Now, it is on the larger side for a saloon car, so if you can get the reversing camera, all the parking sensors, I'd probably recommend doing that. A lot of reviewers have said that the CVT automatic's actually not very good, but in my experience, if I've driven 2 of these, it's absolutely fine. Obviously, there's more maintenance involved on a CVT. You just make sure that's been up to date if you are going to buy one of these. But this 6-speed manual is so good, it would definitely be my preference. The handling of one of these is it's not as sharp as something like, I don't know, BMW 3 Series or even the Mazda 6, but it's perfectly fine. Most of these cars being used as they are for maybe Uber purposes, or as literally probably for this particular car, business drivers, is absolutely fine. They're very, very good motorway cars, these. So we'll just go down this road here. We'll just put foot down now. Yes, so go down through these bends. Actually, the steering does weight up quite well. It's very, very light at parking speed. It's almost akin to driving a Fiat Panda with city mode on, but it does weight up really quite nicely, and you can feel the car through the wheel reasonably well. It's not as uninvolving to drive as actually some reviewers have said. The only thing I would say is that if you are after the last word in dynamism, this really isn't the car for you. So in terms of the Mark III Avensis, otherwise known as the T270, this is, in my opinion, the best looking of all of them. This is a second facelift car. It's right into production. They were discontinued in July 2018. This is a little bit before then. And in this XL trim, it looks absolutely brilliant. This car's only done 37,000 miles as well, so it's in superb condition. Obviously, you will pay a lot of money for one of these like this, the sort of final facelift ones, particularly in this specification and with this sort of mileage on it. It does look really nice. The earlier two sort of generations of this Mark III, they're fine, but this is the best looking one in my opinion, and the last one we did was a 2012, so it's just after the first facelift. Boot in this car is pretty big. We've got parking sensors and a reversing camera. In the early days you could only get parking sensors on the top trim. The boot is 509 litres, which is really big. Obviously, if you want more space, you can go for either the Tourer or the Touring Sports. The Touring Sports name was used after 2015. Lift this up in here, views. We've actually got a space saver spare buried down here. If I can just sort of get this sorted out, there we go. Lift that one, and then this one, and then right down there, we've got the spare. We can just about see that. But plenty of space for everything you do. You can see why these cars were really popular by people like Uber drivers and things like that, and the Aris and the Corolla are also popular now. It just gives an impression of really, really high quality, this car. It's extraordinary in that way. Not as popular, of course, as like a 3 Series. This is a bigger car, which has cost around the same sort of money as a 3 Series, but much larger and much more space inside. Let's move that out of the way. So I've got this in my driving position, and I'm about 5'11", so I'm not particularly tall really. Just go and shut the door in case somebody comes along this lane. So we got map pockets, we've got lots and lots and lots of interior lights, we've got a ski hatch in here as well. Ski hatch, cup holders. Do we have damped grab handles? Can't remember now. Yes, we do. Excellent. One thing I would have liked to see, particularly if this is one of the last of these Mark III Avensis models, is somewhere to charge a device in here. There's nowhere in the back, which is a shame. We do have, though, some little door bins that are really suitable for a little Coke bottle or something. The materials used are nice. This is actually soft touch plastic on the door tops, which is unusual in many cars. It's a shame that you couldn't get a light coloured leather interior in this. It's all sort of black with the sort of kind of, I don't know what colour wood that is, just sort of dark wood effect. But yes, very, very nice and very, very comfortable. The dashboard's actually significantly different from the first facelift car that I tried at the end of last year. It's even nicer, really. It's not a bad dashboard by any means. In the first facelift car, this is just a lot nicer. So in we get. Doors do feel very nice and solid. In fact, the whole car is very, very nicely built. Oh, it's nice and comfortable. Right, let me shut this door. Wow, It is really nice in here. Soft touch dash. Dials are different from the first facelift cars in here. Steering wheel's different. The only thing that's not is this. This, I think, is off a second generation Prius. This cruise control switch, which is hilarious. I don't know why they kept that. I think in some markets you get a wireless charging pad, but it's not on this car. We've got variable heated seats. This seat here is actually electrically adjusted as well, which is beautiful. Powerful mirrors, of course. The handbrake is this little button down here, which is weird. It's in a position that most electric handbrakes aren't. Normally they're kind of down here. So you can see you've got cup holders there. The door bins have a little space to put a bottle. Very intelligently designed centre console like this. You can sort of move it forward like this, back. You can put it down like that if you want to. Got a cup holder insert, and there's places to charge your phone down there as well. An aux in and also a USB. You can put this cup holder thing in there wherever you want. So very much designed as well for, like, you know, business drivers as well as family motorists. There we've got all sorts of things on the steering wheel. That's for the lane departure warning. That's the speed limiter, which I don't recommend you use. Automatic lights and wipers, of course. Just all very well made and very comfortable. The only thing that belies the age of the overall design is if we look right down at the bottom, all the way down here next to the fuel flap release, you can see that right the way down there, that's the forward collision warning right down there, which is an odd place for that. Do we have... Yes, and it's felt lined. Little storage compartment there for coins and everything like that. Let's have a look at the... Oh my gosh, viewers. We're going to get my supervision document to test that, but that is going to presumably fit them. Do we have a sunglasses holder? No, we don't. That's a shame, actually. Auto dipping rear view mirror. That's exactly the same mirror as I used to get in my SsangYong Tivoli, which is really weird. So far, it's good. We'll have to look at this screen in a second once I get the commission documents, but excellent viewers so far. We're not really spotting many vices of this car at all. Okay, viewers, here we go. You could fit 3 sets of secret mission documents in there. The door bins are a little bit small, but then you've got a glove box that size. You don't really need to worry too much. I mean, you've got these multiple cup holders. You can take that one out, and you can, if you want to, you can actually shut this. Put that back in there. And then we've got, if you just switch your car on a second. I don't know why it's beeping at me. I should start it. Maybe that'll make it go away. If I start it, will that make it go away? Okay, viewers, the door was open, which is probably why I was doing it. So we've actually got excellent physical climate controls. This car is actually dual zone, which we just put this up to 1, and then we'll come on and just show you. It also comes up on the screen as well. I mean, you don't really need it to, I suppose, but it does. So here we are down in Hampshire at the moment, in a nice quiet place. We've also got the sat nav, which is you know, not necessarily the best anymore, but it's there if you need it. Oh gosh, chargeable online connection. Maybe we don't want that, viewers. So the only thing is, it's a little bit strange. I don't really want the now, and there we go, that's better. The automatic wipers are going off. So general connectivity, that's what I wanted. There we go. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, internet, we don't really need that. Traffic, navigation, map, already done that sort of stuff. Phone and vehicle, there we go. Climate control settings, vehicle customization, what kind of stuff we do. Door lock settings, light setting, that kind of stuff. It's very simple to use this. It's really quick as well. Announced messages, ringtone, phone, blah, blah, blah. No Android Auto, Apple CarPlay though, which could be a problem for some people. But yeah, it's not too bad. We'll have a look at this screen as well here. So we can go through some of the settings on here, I think. There we go. There we are, 322 miles, 21 miles per hour average, 46.7 miles per gallon. Fantastic. There's the sat nav one. I must have pressed the wrong button there. There we go. That's for, I think, for collision warning or something like that. The messages, and there we go. All sorts of different random things on here where we can turn on and off if we want to. I'm not going to play with that too much. And the back button on here as well we can use, and we'll just put it back over here to what it was at the start, which is that one. There we go, perfect. And then nice, clear analog dials. I thought, you know, the 2012 Avensis was good. This is even better, really. Yeah. Gosh. Let's see if we can find anything wrong with the car. It's proving difficult, viewers. Let's see what the reversing camera is like. To reverse. That's not too bad, actually. It's pretty good. It's better than the one in the 2012 car. Right, let's have a look under the bonnet, shall we? So we have this 1.8 Valvematic engine under the bonnet of this car, which develops 144 horsepower. 0 to 60 of its manual version is about 9.1 seconds. This is actually the same engine that they use in a lot of the Priuses, and it's one of the most thermally efficient engines in the world. So, your MPG for a car like this at 47.6 miles per gallon on the particular journey it's been doing is really not that bad, considering there's no hybrid system in this or anything. Generally, these are also very, very dependable. It's chain driven. You hear of, particularly the Prius, you hear of mileages of 300,000 or more in the Priuses with this engine. Obviously, you have to maintain it. You can't just not maintain it. But generally, these cars are very, very, very dependable. You have to watch for rust. Some of the early ones, obviously, they're over 15 years old now, the first of these. But generally, yeah, they're very, very good. This is why when I drove the 2012 version last year, it was definitely one of the best cars that I've driven in the entire year. And this is also shaping up to be the same, which is not a surprise at all. Right, let me stop whittering on, viewers, and let's go out for a little drive again, shall we? Although the driving experience isn't particularly sporty, it is extremely comfortable to be in this Excel model with the multi-stage heated seats. The seat is very supportive. It feels like it would hold you very well. The engine actually makes a decent noise as well. It's not really designed for on the limit frills or anything, but it's good. Now we're in 6. We're doing about 60 miles an hour and doing 2,100 RPM. So you can imagine going down the motorway at 70, it would be very quiet and refined, which is exactly what this is. In fact, we're getting 47.6 miles per gallon at the moment on a journey that Mr. Young from the Cars Plus Classics channel has done down to Hampshire today. Suggests to me, actually, for a normally aspirated 1.8 petrol in a big car like this, it's actually got reasonable fuel economy. So this might not be your preference. You might not like the styling. You might not like the way it's probably orientated more towards comfort rather than sportiness in the drive. But I just think these are really, really good cars. And if you want more space, you can go for the touring sports version as well. Let's look at some trim levels now for the T270 Avensis. There were actually quite a lot of them. I don't really know why, but obviously the car was made for 9 years, so maybe that's something to do with it. So we have the Active, the Business Edition, the Business Edition Plus, the Design, the Edition, the Excel, the Icon Business Edition, the Icon Plus, the Select, the T-Spirit, the T2, the T4, the TR. Why didn't they just call it the T3, viewers? So, should you consider a third generation Avensis for your hard-earned budget of between £1,000 and £5,000? I think this is one of the best cars of its type for the money. Obviously, this car's worth considerably more. It's worth about £13,000. If you can find either a first or second facelift cars, they do look a bit better and they do have better technology in them. But you can pick these up, yeah, for well under £5,000 if you get an early car. The sort of first of them from 2009 to 2012 sometimes come up for no budget reviews money, but it's probably a little bit too sort of cheap for one of these. You want to get a nice one, really. So yes, not really much I don't like about these, to be honest. They are very good, but maybe they're a little bit on the dull side. They don't handle as well as a Mazda 6, but I think these are pretty good cars. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Thank you to Mr. Young from Cars Plus Classics for letting me have a go in his pride and joy. And we shall see you again very soon for some more reasonably priced motoring.
1, 2, 3, 4. Every blue day, every